Hi, it's Dr. Allison J.K. here, playing with you from a Himalayan salt cave. Take it in, it's luscious. You have a little bit more of a view. This is apparently being used a lot more in Eastern Europe and Europe. The owner here is Polish, and this is special. I mean, I used a salt cave at a natural spring resort in the UK, and it had a salt cave, and it wasn't Himalayan. The Himalayan pink rock salt, this is in a document I give every single one of my clients and my vibrational grid practitioners who are starting their business as energy medicine professionals, working with applied mindfulness as well, because that's what the vibrational grid system is. They have a document to give modeled on mine that when you're going through clearings, I was just talking to a client about this yesterday because she had received in her session the previous week a load of clearing on really deep blocks, and so she had a peaceful day for 3 days after that, which, because we went so deep, the reactivity of what was clearing up out of her, that then I have seen before in like a form of gray clouds around the head of what got called up in the clearing from the deep, then it kind of takes a little bit of time to then leave a person's field. So I've seen it sometimes when somebody's involved in a lot of clearing, like that gray cloud, and when it's a lot to deal with, a Himalayan pink salt bath is really beneficial to help clear the emotional body. A salt cave, like you're used to possibly baths with Epsom salt to help you with your muscular pain, and Celtic sea salt is a good cleanser. We'll do that. It's also sprinkled traditionally around the houses for protection, put in corners for protection. Salt's also like 1 granule of Celtic sea salt or any kind of sea salt that's pure and clean in a bottle of water, for instance. It has all of the minerals in it. Salt does, the whole profile of minerals, both essential and non-essential. And 1 granule in a bottle of water helps you get your minerals for the day and helps you actually be more hydrated. Just put it that way. Then the salt cave, for example, that I was in the UK, I'm not trying to promote salt caves, I just want to let you know some of the benefits because they're just starting to hit the States. And it's really fun as you sit here and take in these relaxing vibes. Right now I'm in the private one, and right next door there's singing bowls, crystal singing bowls happening in the bigger community cave, much like this, but bigger. So just let yourself absorb the vibrations as I talk. If you weren't already consciously doing that, expand out and you can do both at the same time. So when I was in this natural spring resort in northern England, it was after the second lockdown, I think, in the UK, coming out of COVID, and they had next to the spring baths and pools, the steam room, the sauna, but then there was a salt cave, and it was the sea salt as opposed to this Himalayan pink. And what the guy told me was he was having long COVID, the guy who was attending and opened up the cave for me, took me there. And it prevented him from having his long COVID get any worse, and lots of people had been coming into the salt cave because it helps so much with the respiratory system. Our skin is our greatest organ in our lives, right? Biggest, when I say greatest. And it's in the traditional Chinese medical system connected to the lungs. So this is just some holistic health tips, but it's also a model of the new possibilities. Now these have been used, halotherapy, which is the Latin name for healing with salt, has been used since ancient times. And we know my gig, if you've been following me for any bit of time, 10 years in Asia, I spent learning about ancient wisdom that had gone underground. That was some of it never in the West, or much of it never in the West, and then also ancient wisdom like this that had kind of gone underground into the secret societies in the West. And so the new possibilities, the time frame from February, what we're in right now, to about May, the energies that we're living immersed within, the vibrational backdrop, as I say it sometimes, is so full of innovative and creative energies inducing us to be innovative and creative, that you really want to play with these energies to make greater leaps and bounds. And it's because of everything, I've been talking about, for those of you who have followed me for a long time, 2012 to 2032, the greatest evolutionary leap, and we're in the second half now, which is about the co-creative phase. And the cosmos, in the research I do from some trusted professional astrologers, because I'm not a professional astrologer, I can see the cosmos, the alignments, what Pluto just moved into, and what they're happening to induce this kind of creative frequency from which to work with. I also know more support is on our planet now and surrounding each of us to help us move into this next phase, to create the new and to bring back positive healing benefits that aren't the ones that we all know aren't so healing. Yeah, of the old paradigm that's now crumbled. And as we move into the new golden era, the new paradigm, and co-create it, with our higher self and our connection, and then each of us creating, like my friend here, I'm calling her a friend at this point. They've asked me to do workshops here, and I get to be able to fit it in. Opening up this Himalayan Salt Cave and making this possible. New possibilities. And I want to do this event, and I am doing this event on the 22nd. It's Wednesday night. I'll put the link down below. There's a recording if you can't make it live. And it's to increase our asks, increase our expectations. First, to raise our expectations for ourselves and what's happening in our lives and what then we're asking for. And correspondingly, our receptivity will also be increased. I'll be running clearings and activations in a much more in-depth energy read of the times we're in right now, and transmitting that to you. And when I do the clearings, they're not going to be just because, this is healing now as you sit here and take this in, right? I don't bill myself as a healer because I'm all about the possibilities and reaching our fullest potential possible, with the framing and the understanding of so many new possibilities are coming in now. So where you may have had that whole thing that all of our societies have a version of, it's too good to be true. And of course I'm talking to the rational part of you. It's too good to be true. We're moving into times, and I said this at the end of 2021, I think one of my last free monthly calls, that we're moving into a time where that has to be raised, because things that we didn't believe were possible before are in fact becoming possible now and can be. And I know part of what I do is every single day I'm doing energy medicine practices on myself and other practices from Qigong and meditation and work in consciousness and play, is to help have in my field a transmission that is not even what I'm saying, but keys and codes in my field that some of you can pick up on if you're able to create a new spiritual technology or a new clean power source, or any new that's what I've signed up for. That's my mission. That's what I've been designed to do. So whilst you will receive clearings that heal, I'm getting really relaxed here. Wrap it up now. Whilst you will receive healings on this event Wednesday night on the 22nd of February, you'll be healing where, yes, you don't feel worthy to have double your income or triple your income, for an easy, accessible example. We'll be doing clearings of that sort, so there'll be healing there. But where I really want to play is where you've gotten, settled, familiarized, even with what you've even been asking for to create or to manifest, and where there's room for you to, and I'll do this on your behalf as well, from whatever pops into my guidance, what else is possible for you now, where you can go beyond your set point right now. I'm really excited because it's such an event, and what we're doing on the event of raising your expectations so you can increase your asks and your receptivity on 222, which has a special numerological symbolism, and the understanding is there's more alignment on that day available, and there's more support from the metaphysical available. So we're going to be working with that to bring this all in and together to really set the pace and tone in a way for what we've now entered into, now that 2023 and the first month of it has completed. So I welcome you to join me and come play on what really feels like the first official event of the second half of humanity's greatest evolutionary leap, in really invoking the new era of new possibilities within each of your own lives, and then collectively. Let's give you a moment more with that gorgeous, relaxing